So how do you read a nutrition label? I've got a few different things here that I can show you, and we're just gonna go over them. So every time you get a nutrition label, you look at the nutrition facts. You're going to see at the top where it has how many servings are in the container, how big a serving size is, and that'll vary for everything. So here we'll see there's 3.5 servings per container. It's a half cup per serving. You know, with this olive oil, there's 33 servings. A serving is 1 tablespoon, and per those servings, you know, there's 120 calories. This bag of rice here, 50 servings per container, a 1/4 cup. These potatoes, 24 servings, and it says 1 potato, but that's not really accurate because 148 grams isn't really a whole lot. But that's how, but you would weigh that out. So it'd be 148 grams would be 1 serving of potato. Oatmeal, you can see the same thing, 30 servings, half cup. Almonds, you got 25 servings, and they're 28 grams, you know, 1 ounce per serving. So on all of these nutrition labels, that is going to tell us how big a serving is and how many calories are going to be in that thing. Now, according to the FDA, they only have to be within 20%. They have a 20% error rate on these things. So, I mean, even if it's 100 calories, it really could be 120. And I don't really know how accurate those numbers really are in truth, but it gives you a place to start, especially when you start tracking your meals. And then you'll look at the label. It'll give you your total fats, total carbs, and total amount of protein. Fat is going to be 9 calories per gram. Carbs are 4 calories per gram. Protein is also 4 calories per gram. And that is how they come up with that total number there, that 130. If you took and you multiplied 4 times 1, 4 times 23, and 4 times 7, or 9 times 1, sorry, you would come up with 130 calories. So on all these things, you'll notice rice, it has 0 fat, but it has 35 grams of carbs, 3 grams of protein. Potatoes, 0 grams of fat, 26 grams of carbs, 3 grams of protein. Oatmeal, you got 3 grams of total fat, 27 grams of carbs, 5 grams of protein. Olive oil, you'll see, 33 servings, but they're all 120, 1 tablespoon, and total fat is 14 grams. That is all that this has in it. It does not have anything else in there other than fat. And which that'll come into play once you start like building your meal plans and trying to get all of your macronutrients into like an actual plan. You'll need to know, okay, if I need to add 30 grams of protein, where can I get that without adding too much fat or too many carbs, this, that, and the other, which we'll go over that later. But that is how you read a nutrition label. And for like raw proteins, most of those things are going to have uncooked weights. Once you cook it, that stuff changes. But if you're going to cook, say you're going to cook this rice, you would essentially take, and if a serving was 1/4 cup and you wanted 6 servings of rice, like for 6 days, you would cook 1.5 cups, and then you would put that in a bowl. Like you would put it on a scale, and you would see what just the rice weighs, and if it weighed 30 ounces, you would divide that by 6 because you have 6 servings, and that would give you 5 ounces. So that means 1 serving of rice, which will be 180 calories, would be 5 ounces of cooked rice, which we'll go over that in more detail. But that is how you read a nutrition label. It's really not that complicated, but you do want to pay attention to things. You do want to have fiber in your diet. If you look up nutrition facts for vegetables and all that stuff, you'll see that a lot of those are going to have more fiber and stuff in them. Like potatoes and rice and things of that nature aren't really going to have a lot of fiber. But it's just, it's taking time to figure out all that stuff.